Hi everyone. Welcome back to TBH the podcast. I'm Eve.
I'm Darcy.
I'm Rhea, and this week we have an exciting bonus episode for you.
We've joined forces with the Hear That podcast, hosted by Tom, Celli and James.
And we're asking all the questions that girls want to ask boys.
You can check out the boys on their YouTube channel and Instagram at the Hear That podcast.
And subscribe to our new YouTube channel, TBH the podcast. All links will be in the description.
Hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome to TBH the podcast. This is episode 5 of season 2. And we've got a bonus episode this week with some special guests. If you want to introduce yourselves.
Go on, Tom, take the lead.
Yeah, we are the Hear That podcast. My name's Tom. Today I've got with me James Leake.
Hello there, how are we doing?
And Celli Timmins.
Hello.
The Italian Stallion, don't forget that, Tom.
Yeah, the Italian Stallion, yeah.
You gotta keep my nickname, bro. You gotta keep it rolling.
Do you want to jump straight into the questions then?
Yeah, so basically the idea for this episode, because obviously we're 3 girls, they're 3 boys, was we kind of wanted to ask questions that you want the answers to, you know? So we'll just start off straight with that, because so the first question was, what do you think about when girls say they get the ick? And, like, what do you think about the stupid things that girls say?
We've actually done an episode on this. So we did an episode about all different, we went through like a thread on Twitter and went through all the different icks and stuff, and we had a bit of a laugh about it. But
we went through the icks. We didn't get to the. We didn't clarify about girls why they get the ick or what we feel about it. We just had icks there. Like, we never went into any further detail, did we?
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think it's fair enough. Like, I think it's the same for boys as well. Like, there's certain things that girls can do that will give me. It's a bit of a cringy word now to say, but I don't know. Like, it's fair enough. Like, there's certain things that put you off about the opposite gender. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there'll always be something. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you like someone. At the end of the day, there'll be certain. I don't know whether it's habits or something like that, but there's always something that will think. I don't know. You know.
I think it's been bigged up. I think it's been bigged up to be more than a thing than what it is. Yeah. I don't know if you've got a girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't deep an ick as such, but it seems to be a thing where one thing can put an end to something, and it could be one minor thing, but because it's the ick, it's now a thing that, you know, I don't know. Like,
I saw a TikTok, and it was basically a girl explaining icks, and this is going to get really deep, but it's basically like how, obviously, like it's a predominantly like a female thing that we talk about guys and like saying we've got the ick, and it's basically like focused around misogyny, and basically because females are seen as the lesser gender compared to men, the idea that the ick is because you already treat us like we're lesser than you anyway. So,
wow.
So we're seen as the inferior gender, and therefore we use these like tactile icks or like these ridiculous icks to kind of laugh at the gender roles and like kind of put you in your place, basically.
Okay, that's that brings a close to that, right?
That's what she said.
I see it. I personally wouldn't be able to say it. Like, as lads wouldn't be able to put it across like that. But if you girls are saying that that's true, I'm not disputing that.
I don't know if it's true. It was just.
Do you believe it, Darcy?
Well, it's a fair point.
Yeah. Do you believe it's true? That's the question.
Believe it? Yes, or no?
I think what is interesting is girls get ripped for things all the time. So like the bands that they like, the films that they like, the stereotypically girly things are seen as rubbish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like One
Agreed.
Direction back in the day, they were seen as crap because they were enjoyed by females. If they were enjoyed by men, they would be seen as cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
you know
the whole
what?
point.
That's
I
a
don't
fair
know about that,
argument.
you know.
No.
I disagree.
Chelly, go on, expand, because I actually do. I'm more swayed to agree with Darcy.
Darcy's got a good point here, to be fair.
But I want to know what
It's a
Chelly's
good
got to
point,
say.
But
I want to know what Chelly's got to say.
I don't think you can put that out as a statement because there will definitely be things that are girly things that can be enjoyed by everyone. Do you know what I mean?
No,
so
I
I think
agree.
It's specific to certain categories of things, basically.
I would say teenage girls, it's quite prominent. So, for example, Justin Bieber, when he first came out, he would get absolutely rinsed. And then as soon as his later albums came out and men started enjoying them as much, he's suddenly really freaking cool.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know what another point is as well? Another thing is, right, you look at football, right, it was initially a men's sport. Same with cricket. Same with, I think, rugby, which girls came along to play after, as and when sort of thing. But you look at, on the contrary, right, you look at girls' sports. So you look at rounders. I hope that's a girls' sport anyway. Rounders, netball. Rounders.
Dangerous territory, James. Dangerous.
No. Hear me out. No. Hear me out. There is an explanation behind this, right? So more netball. Forget the rounders comment, but it is. No further comment on that. But say netball. I'm trying to think of any other girls' sports. Men don't play them. Like you would never find a man playing netball. Obviously, basketball's a thing, but girls still play basketball. So I hear that point of view because, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, you could also link it to like football and how the England football team for women isn't watched as much as the male football team.
Yeah,
because the male football team's better. Like genuinely, it is true. It's not controversial. It's not. It's not.
Where's like your facts?
Where's my facts? Okay.
Statistically, due to it's right. I'm gonna get very controversial. Yeah, but like in terms of skill-based level, right? The women's Premier League compared to the men's Premier League is the skill level isn't the same, right?
Right.
But it's down to for me. I think that's down to like when I was a kid, I was put into football at like the age of 2. The first thing I started doing was playing football as soon as I could walk. For girls, from my own experience with family and whatever, football's not really put to them until they're a bit older and they start like at primary school and stuff like that, and they start joining in or whatever. So I think it's possibly down to that. It's just how much it's influenced into your life from a younger age.
You look at
I get what you
look at America though, for example. It's completely different. So in England, my honest opinion is, and again, I'm not trying to get judged for this, but this is genuinely what I think to be true, is that men get paid more in football, not only because they make more money, the actual sport makes more money on the men's side, but the football is just more attractive. However, you look at the USA, the thing that is a bit controversial, right, is that the USA women's team have won more than the men's team, yet the men's team still gets paid more. They never get any rewards. Like the women's don't get any rewards, even though they've won more. They've done more for their country. But yet the men don't get anywhere and they still get paid more, if you know what I'm saying. So the women do better in that, but don't receive the rewards for it. So that's where I'll take that side.
Is that because it's skill-based level again? Because I saw... I've got an example, right? I saw it was on one of the youth football pages, basically. An under-15s academy team beat the first team women's, like their actual women's team, and they're in the WSL, which is the Women's Premier League, basically, and they beat them. So I'm just saying that's one example. No, but I'm just saying that's one example. But is it because of the skill level of the opposition? Do you see what I mean?
Do you feel like we've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole here?
Yeah,
I was going to kind of revert it back a little bit.
Absolutely.
This is what these two do on every episode, and I have to rein it in every time.
That's true. Anyway, right, we'll put an end to that one.
What was the original question?
We were just talking about icks. So like to revert it back.
Did we answer it?
If you had one ick for a female, what would you say yours was?
Trying to showing off loads in front of other people, when they're trying to actively be the loudest one in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people, it is their some girls, it is just their personality to the loudest in the room, and that's fair enough. But you know when you can tell that they're putting it on and like they're begging for attention off of everybody else, that's all for me.
I'll agree.
Okay.
I'll agree. Celli, you taking the
I've
next
got
one?
two,
I'll
but
go.
yeah,
Chet,
I've
for
got
God's
two,
sake,
but they're
you
not
didn't
like
ask-
they're
didn't
not
ask for two.
specifically for women. No, they're not specifically for women. They're more in general, but they can be applied to it. One of them is the term of being stush, where they think that they're higher up in society than your average, and the other one is being unnecessarily rude. I hate it.
Yeah.
Can't stand
No,
it.
I think
that's fair.
I think girls have the right to be stush there.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I agree to a certain
Nobody
degree.
does. Nobody has the
They
right
do.
to be stush.
Everybody has the right to be stush.
Fuck off. Not a chance.
I just think
Is
it's
this
really,
a-
because they were not what I thought you were going to say.
No.
I've got one. Just a quick one though. Is swearing a no-go on this? Like, what's the situation with that?
Oh yeah. Are you okay with us swearing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
Just
take
try-
Yeah, you can swear.
Try to keep it
Okay.
minimal.
I'm not saying I will. It's more
Yeah,
on
minimal.
Shelley's behalf, sort of thing. But
Yeah. I got a point.
yeah, I would say, just to be different, not come up with the same icks over and over again, the after honeymoon actual personality stage. Do you get what I'm saying?
What, your ick is actual personality?
Yeah.
No. Oh god.
People actually like.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's that facade, and then after facade, like you
The
see-
grace period. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying, girls?
I
Like,
get you.
like that.
I
A
get
little
you.
bit.
Same for
Yeah.
boys. Like if you were with someone and they might be going out their way to impress you, like stupidly so that it's not even them at the end of the day, and then after that stage you get to see their true colours. That's what I find is a bit mad. Like, oh, like you were good for 3 months and now you're not that person anymore. True colours get.
So, for example, you go on a date with a girl, and on that first date, she's like, "Oh, I really like, I don't know, Marvel, because I feel like that's something guys like." And then 3 months
Okay.
in, you put Iron Man on, if that's a Marvel film, and
It is.
she's like, "Oh no, I don't want to watch it. Like, we watch it all the time. I can't be bothered." Would
Yeah,
that
yeah.
give you the ick because you're like, "Well, you said you liked Marvel. You misled me."
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be.
It would
That's
annoy
it's a
me.
bit fraudulent. It's a bit fraudulent. All I'm saying.
But she does.
Okay.
But she's not saying she doesn't like Marvel. She's just saying she doesn't want to watch it every day.
All right. Well, I
Yeah,
would
but
ask
if you
her
like
for.
something, you're willing to do it a lot. That's
No,
where
no,
I
no,
do
no,
it.
no. I think Marvel's a terrible example. I think Marvel's a terrible example.
I love Marvel.
I think we couldn't. No, I just think more in terms of all right. So setting standards, right? So if I was talking to a girl and in the first 3 months, every single day she woke up in the morning, made me coffee and breakfast,
Oh, right,
right?
okay.
I would be like, I'm just saying if this was the case, or if I was a person to make her breakfast, not to I'm not stereotypical or anything, but oh god.
You're trying so hard here, G.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it across in a non-rude way, right? And
He's
then
trying
after
to be
that 3
careful.
months, after that 3 months, she stopped making me it, like for the like however long. I would question it and be like, you set that standard of doing that, so you can't stop now. Like, it's got to be maintained. Oh god.
That's really harsh.
Really?
No, but it's that's a bad example. That's a bad example.
How is
because
it a bad
really,
example?
I know what James is getting at.
Yeah,
breakfast
thank
and
you.
breakfast and coffee every morning. That is a high standard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
If you've said it,
I
if
get
you've said
that.
it,
yourself.
maintain yourself. So if you start doing something right to win your partner over, to try and, do you know what I mean, keep them happy
Yeah.
and things like that, don't just stop it one day because you feel like you've got them, because
Right.
you've set yourself
That was it.
to do that. They enjoy that clearly, so technically I'd agree with James in the fact that you should carry it on.
that was my point.
Goes.
That was
when
it.
the
That is
effort-
that is my
when the
point.
effort goes.
When the
That-
effort goes.
there you go, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Boiled down, yeah, just effort. I
Okay,
think.
I get that.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I get that more when you explained it as effort rather than.
Make me coffee every day.
Ray, you've helped us out there.
Give
You've
me a
handed me a
drink.
ladder. You've handed me a ladder there to climb out the hole.
Follow us on Twitter at TBH the podcast and follow us on Instagram at tbh.podcast.
Next question. I've got like a bit of a scenario for you, kind of thing.
Bring it through.
So, your girlfriend comes up to you and she goes, I want to start doing OnlyFans. What's your reaction?
We've literally just put this out on our channel today.
Oh, have you? Let's skip this question then.
No, we can
It's
talk
not very
about
relevant.
I'm happy to answer it.
We can talk about. We literally dropped an episode 10:30 this morning, and it is titled "Your Girlfriend Does OnlyFans."
It's a hot topic. It's a hot topic at the minute.
Yeah,
It's a hot topic.
Who wants to take it?
If you want, I can't remember what I initially. Okay, so my point of view was in the podcast from my memory was I struggle to be supportive of it to a very certain degree. So the thing is, yeah, you look at some of the more famous ones on OnlyFans, the ones killing it, and it seems to be the case where people are more interested in them and are more respectful of them because they've got to this high almighty level where they're getting paid $1 million a month. But my point of view was that it's the hustle of getting there. So I don't think you look at 99% are no way near there. They might be getting a check from it, but personally, unless you're getting a very, very big check, I don't know whether I personally would want that in my life. Not saying that it's not, I don't approve of it, or I don't think people should do it, but I wouldn't go on that stuff. I find it very weird that girls, say our age or even younger, can be watched by. I just don't know what the age range is between the people actually buying the stuff, because my friends don't do it. I know my friends don't. Well, I hope you can back me up. I hope you don't do it. So I'm just wondering, what type of people are watching it, and I would make me feel a bit uncomfortable. In my opinion, anyway. But I don't know what you guys have got to say.
Why do you think it makes you feel uncomfortable?
Because it's the case in which, right, say you've got, if you could find this outright and you have literally got 50-plus-year-old men just buying her OnlyFans, and I see it with girls anyway, they get all types of weird DMs, like really,
so it's
really,
not what
really
they're
weird.
doing, it's the people watching.
Yeah, it's the audience you're putting out to. Like if it was another audience or something else, great, go do it. Like Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. I don't have a problem with that. But why? Because it's the audience you're putting it out to. It's the person that you want to represent. I don't agree with that representation.
Kelly's going to say about
I'm the
what he said
opposite.
in our podcast about he doesn't want everyone seeing his girlfriend.
Oh, that's not deep. I don't
for
really
me,
care.
For me, it's the content. It's not so much the audience. I don't care about the audience. It's the content. I don't. If I've got a missus, I don't want other people seeing all of her for her own sake and for my own self-consciousness. That I don't think I could personally cope with it. And then
selfish.
also, yeah, it's selfish. But
joking.
Think about it. In 30 years' time, when your kid's going to secondary school, right, and then his mates are going, "Oh, I've seen your mum naked all over the internet." Da 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 da. It'll be hell for the kids. It would though. It's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't even matter, because 20, 30 years down the line, imagine your mum's blown up on OnlyFans and she's making millions a year.
She's made millions, but she's naked everywhere.
Half his mates
everywhere. Naked.
But does she, Tom?
Just
Does she make
naked.
millions? Does she make millions? Because
Exactly.
if you actually
You're running
look
the
at the
risk.
stats,
You're running the risk.
you're not. You might not do it. It's like actors, bro. You may get to Hollywood, but what's the percentage thereafter? And you look at what goes on in industries like there, how you make the check, how you make the big bag. Like, you look into the stories of how you get there, yeah, and it's not a pretty story. It's not a pretty story. Like, all I'm saying.
Even if your mum or whatever didn't make it on OnlyFans, then how is everyone at school going to know that your mum's on OnlyFans?
Because it only takes
Because you may have just slightly.
one guy to know. It takes one guy to have evidence, and you're done. That's it. Finished.
Yeah, I agree. It's a wrap. It is a pure
I
wrap.
don't even think it's that deep. You know, if my girlfriend said to me, I want to do OnlyFans. Actually, wait. In the scenario that you're saying, is she promoting this OnlyFans on her Instagram? Like, everybody knows it's her. It's not like she's like hiding her identity.
It's not anonymous. Yeah.
What would you be more comfortable with in that situation?
What would I? What would what? Sorry.
I'd be okay. I'd be okay if it was anonymous and it didn't have her face in it. I'd be fine with that. But if people know it's her, it's a no-go. Even though the bag is very, very, very attractive, some of the money that some of these girls are making is ridiculous. But I don't think I could put up with it because my family. I don't think my family would accept it either. If I'm completely honest.
Okay.
Go on, Darcy.
Your girlfriend has gone on a girls' holiday. She's posting bikini pictures on her own. Nothing like particularly raunchy. Just a picture of her in a bikini. She comes to you after the holiday and goes, "I want to upload these sorts of photos on my OnlyFans. I know I will have a demand for it. What's the difference there?"
That's cool.
Pure
Because
conflict.
there's a lot of there is a lot of people that do that where they're completely clear, they don't show anything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So
I'm fine with that.
okay.
My opinion is anyway,
it's
if my
the-
girlfriend came and said she wanted to do it anyway, I'd probably say go and do it. In fact, I'd jump in. I'll make a little special appearance.
Yeah.
I'd shout out the
Proof's in the pudding.
Would you?
It can stop you from getting a job in the future as well. If your future employers do a research on you and it comes up, you ain't getting a job, mate. Not a chance.
No, screw
No,
that
wait.
short, Celli. Short.
But it's
Like,
true. It's true.
Ooh, you won't get a job. Screw that job anyway. Like, if they don't want you because you've got your dick out on camera, like, oh
That's
god,
a big
my
thing,
bad.
bro.
Sorry.
You try and get a job in
Yeah,
the city. You try and get a job in the
What?
city. They honestly, it's ruthless. They do DBS checks a full lot, mate.
Who cares?
You're not
Who
going to come up
cares
with
what these
That's what
jobs?
some people
DBS
do that.
check.
James, not everyone's like us. Not everyone's like us in the sense that we
Well,
have our
why-
own businesses as such. Some people
No,
need employment.
I'm not saying though. I'm not saying that that's the case. But like, if you have that amount of, it's not even that amount of balls. But if your balls hang that low that you're willing to go out there and put it on camera, don't be going to get a job in IKEA in the city
Yeah.
if they're not going to take you on. Like,
Yeah, but what if
I don't
your
know.
OnlyFans
We're
isn't
going down a
blown up?
rabbit hole. No,
If your
Cherry, we're
OnlyFans
going down a
hasn't
rabbit
blown
hole.
up,
If your OnlyFans hasn't blown up, how are they going to know you did OnlyFans?
because
Yeah,
it will
that's
come
true.
up on Google. If your name's on there and I Google you, Tom, if I Googled your name right now, I guarantee I'd find every
would come up
single
on
one of
it.
your social media
Don't
pages,
think I'd
everything.
find my OnlyFans.
No, you have got to be careful. You have got to be careful.
The only solution is
Yeah.
to set up on OnlyFans. I think that's
Yeah.
the only solution.
Yeah,
right?
should we risk it? Should we try it for a chocolate biscuit?
I think we're going to do a hear that. We're going to do a hear that OnlyFans.
That's a
We'll do
great idea.
a whole episode with Chelly's naked.
But rather than get naked, we'll just tell terrible dad jokes or something and get attraction.
To go on from that, if your girlfriend set up an OnlyFans without telling you, would you be upset?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will cry myself to sleep every night.
Yeah,
That'll be
I
my
would.
I think it's a conversation that you
Would you?
both need to have.
No.
Yeah.
It
Oh, no,
wouldn't be a
what?
thing, bro.
What? I would
What if you
definitely
had
be
an
annoyed.
OnlyFans before you met?
Oh, that's cool.
OnlyFans before I met. No, because you know about it. You're putting yourself in that position. That's okay because you're now part of that because you accepted that initially. If
Yeah.
she did it afterwards,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be comfortable because that's not my fault. So it wouldn't be a case of that. But if you've acknowledged that situation, taken it on board, then decided actually no, I don't like it. Well, it's your fault. Like you got into it.
Yeah,
so-
hang on, wait. When
Yeah.
if she had it before you met her, has she told you about it, or is she keeping it quiet?
I don't know.
Either
I don't
way.
know.
Because I think it's two different things.
That
If-
makes a big
Yeah.
If
difference.
we
That
know
does
about
make a
it
big
and then we
difference.
still go there, then it's
That's my
down
own problem
to us.
then. Yeah, I've taken on that responsibility.
Yeah.
But if they haven't told me and I'm blissfully unaware, and then it comes out 2 months down the line, I feel like I have a right to be slightly fuming.
So it's not like you would do your own research. You wouldn't
Do
just
my
look
own
her up.
research.
Shelly would do a DBS check.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you
I mean,
would.
I would just check. I would
Private
have
investigators
a
on
quick look, and do you know what I mean? But I don't. What if it doesn't come up? What if it's under a different name? And I don't know.
Charlie, why would you do it anyway? I mean,
Maybe it's his
Alright.
identity then.
Do you know, but James, this goes back to my own feelings of the fact that I don't want my missus being naked on the internet. Personally, for me, it's not the same for everyone.
I hear it.
But for me,
How about I mean, I know we're gonna do another podcast in asking these girls similar type of questions, but can I throw the ball back in your court quickly, girls, and you tell me your thoughts on this subject because I want to hear it right now.
yeah.
Go on.
Me personally, you do you. I don't care. I wouldn't do it. Mainly because it's just not something I've ever been interested in.
What? We're interested in what?
It's not that I'm against. As in, I've not got an interest in that industry
doing an
at
OnlyFans.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
The audience is fuming now.
Yeah.
Everyone's switched off now.
No, I've got friends that do it. I know people that do it. Like, they make a lot of money, but I don't look at it. I don't look at that and go, oh, I would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are days where I'm like, oh my God, look how much money she's making. Like, it's so easy. And it's tempting, but I don't think I could ever do that.
No,
I don't see anything wrong with it either.
I go on Twitter sometimes, right, and I see threads where it's like just birds just posting all of their earnings and stuff. There was one girl, right,
Mad.
she said she had 600 subscribers, yeah, and she'd earned £329,000 in 1 year just from doing OnlyFans. For me, it is so tempting for that reason, but you got to weigh up. You got to weigh up.
Celli, you got to have an audience first, bro. Like,
Bro, this is what I'm saying. 600 subscribers doesn't feel like a lot. If you're all over social media, like if you go on all our Instagrams and whatever, our personal ones, we're all in and around that, if not more, right? It's not hard. So
no, but they're not paying, bro. They're not paying. What I'm saying is that you've got to have a product that people are interested in.
That is the thing, though. Sexuality is a massive, massive market. It is. So
and it always has been.
Yeah,
it's one of the oldest trades.
the demand is there. So if you market it right, it's like a business. If you market it right, you will get people interested. It's a fact.
True.
So
I mean, what do you think, Rhea and Eve? What's your thoughts on
I
it?
wouldn't do it either, just because it's not something I've ever wanted to do. But like the money is insane.
yeah.
This is like anything though.
Would it be enough to sway you though? If you're guaranteed 300,000 a year, is that enough
pay
to
off
sway
your
you?
uni loan like that.
That pays off
I don't know.
everything. That buys you a house. That pays off uni.
Yeah.
No, you're
Also,
not.
like,
But I'm
that's
saying
the
if you were.
If someone came up to me and said, I know exactly how it's going to forecast, like, you are definitely going to get this amount of money, then I would definitely consider it more than I am now. Because, like, you would be an idiot not to. But
So if Darcy,
there will always be a part of me where I'm like, I don't know if I could because of my own insecurities.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with the industry. It's my own kind of.
Yeah,
I don't feel.
I don't
like
think
I'm
I have
good
the
enough.
confidence
I don't
to
have
do
the
it.
confidence.
No.
Like I would be like, I can't compare. Like this is not what I want to do.
I also
Because
think
I have
I
my own
respect that.
insecurities.
there's been like loads of girls like getting their nudes leaked from OnlyFans, like put onto Twitter and stuff. I think there's a difference between
It's
someone
scary.
paying for it and then
yeah,
somebody, like
that's true.
Okay, so what if a company came
That's
to you three girls and said to you, we want you to come and work for us, so you take pictures, like sort of like OnlyFans content, each month, and then we pay you a set salary, so you have that money set in stone. Would that be more? Would you consider it more than trying to
I
work
just
up a
think
fan base yourself?
there are so many different factors in it, and like.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I have to do something, and
Yeah.
like that would be. I would if it was that situation, I'd say no straight up because
Yeah,
I'd
it's
be
the
like,
obligation.
well, you're expecting something of me
Yeah.
every single month that I'm.
It's not you wanting to
still
do
not
it. That's
100%
you
comfortable with.
like contracted to do it.
Yeah.
I think I think the good thing about OnlyFans is that you as a woman, you have the opportunity to do what you want with your body when you want.
Yeah.
So as soon as a third party comes in, it takes that element away.
Yeah.
So I would, if someone did that, I'd be like, screw your money, no thanks, hun.
Yeah.
There you go. Get told. I don't know. It's definitely you're right. It is probably a confidence thing and how you were brought up. I think is the two biggest parts
Massive.
of it. I would assume, but it depends. I think if you had a lifelong dream or a lifelong goal of doing something with your life that wasn't OnlyFans, it was anything else, you wouldn't ever think about doing. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. You wouldn't probably think of doing OnlyFans
James,
because you've already got that bigger.
Can I pick up where you're about to go? What you were saying just then, I've got something that I can lead on from that. If you've got a dream of achieving something or getting to a certain place in your life, right?
Yeah.
And you have two options. You've got normal working, which could take you 10, 20 years to get where you want to be, or you take a risk, do OnlyFans, and you can get to that point in a year. What do you take? Do you take the long road or the short road?
I'm going OnlyFans.
Well, this is the argument. So
it's a dog-eat-dog world, bro. Take your time to get
despite me not wanting my missus to do it, if you look at it in that perspective, where it's like either we can be secure, happy, and have everything we wanted within a year, or wait 20 years to get there. I don't know. I start to change my mind a little bit and think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you're in a secure enough relationship, she's making the money for both of you.
Exactly.
I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't feel comfortable. That's where I draw the line personally. Like, no. Sorry.
Please explain yourself, James, because that is a big rabbit hole you're going down right now.
All right, a big rabbit hole. Okay. Right.
So
okay. Now I want to start how I mean to go on.
Making more money than you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would see it as major competition to earn more money. That's what I don't mind. It's comfortable.
Really?
It's comfortable. I don't have an issue apart from So there is competition levels, right?
Yeah.
I would if she was earning just that bit more. If she was earning just that bit more of OnlyFans, best believe I would strive to make a bit more. But if it's something like you see on the higher levels, like your Lana Rose and whatnot, that are earning millions a month, then I would sit there and just take it all in. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Take me on holiday, honey. Like, well, that's fine. We'll do it.
No, I can back that.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a competition level, I would go for that competition and do it in my own means.
If she's making 20k more, than me, I'd see that as I'm a competitive person, so I'd want to try and earn more than you in my own respect through my own work. But if it's
it way too much.
If it's like 100,
yeah. Anyway, we've gone down into the abyss rabbit hole. Can we swiftly move on?
Going off what you just said about breadwinner type of thing. How would you feel if your wife or your girlfriend did earn more than you, and she was the sole earner in the house, and she had a child, and it came to it, and she was like, well, I earn more, so you stay home.
I'm taking a stay-at-home dad all day.
Yeah, I understand.
I would personally, for me.
I'll be a wag.
I don't think I could stay at home though. That's the problem. So I would rather get a part-time job that even the money that I was earning just paid for the kid to be in nursery for 3 days a week. But it's just so I get out of the house. I don't think I could be at home.
I'd just stay at home banging out.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only reason I ask is because I have spoken to guys before where they're like, no, that's not. I wouldn't be okay with that. The mum stays at home.
If she's in a well-paid job, then it is what it is. Like she's done well in her life. Let her absorb it. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. I would again, it depends on the situation, very much so. Very, very much so. If she, as I say, if she was caking it in, capital C for caking it in, maybe I would do that. But again, I have old-fashioned roots where I would see it as the other way around, and that's not me being sexist in any way, shape, or form, any way at all. But it's almost like a human nature, right? It genuinely is. So. On the men's side, it goes back to hunter-gatherer times. I'm telling you right now. God. We have a feeling, bro. You think I'm BSing? Yeah, I am almost. Again, I may be going down a serious problem here, but I'm sure it's scientifically proven that you have I don't know. I'm not sure if it's in all humans or just more typically men, but you have something in you. It's like the fight to provide something for your family.
No, that's.
But is that down to your own personal pride? Is that a pride thing?
It's not personal though. It's not a personal thing, Celli. It's human nature. It's human nature to have that.
Yeah, but you can provide.
That's competitiveness. That's competitiveness.
Yeah,
you can still provide for your family at home. Yeah.
But depends what you see it as. It depends how you see us providing. If you see the only way you can provide is by bringing in that check, then that's how you will provide. If you see the only way of providing is showing your family love, then that's the only way you will do it. It's how you predict, it's how you assume that. Do you know what I'm saying?
But if your wife or girlfriend fucked off and you were on your own, you just have to fucking deal with it.
I'd shag a sister. No, I wouldn't. I would not. No, I would not.
I respect it, but that's too far.
Sorry.
Right,
Moving on.
I don't mean that in like putting your point down, but like if it was that situation, you would just have to get over that.
So get over what though? Get over
Hang
what?
on, yeah.
As in get over that mentality where you have to provide by going and working. You'd have to do both, is my point. If it was that situation.
I could do that.
To have the love.
I feel
and
like
the,
I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. People make it out like you can only have one or the other. Like you can't have your cake and eat it. That old saying.
Yeah. Of course
you can. Imagine just saying like that though. Just you can have your cake, but you can't eat it. How did that become a saying? Like, just to clarify, like, how on earth did that become a thing? And people just accept it. People accept it like it should be something, but it doesn't make sense, I'm afraid. Like,
it's a loser's mental attitude, that is, James.
For sure.
That's what
anyway, tangents upon tangents. What's the next question?
We've done it again. We always do it, as you'll notice.
Okay, so I've got another one of the questions. So, what do you think about guys and girls being like best friends? So, like, if your girlfriend was in a group, her group of friends was mostly boys, how do you feel about that?
Can I take the floor here, boys? Thank you.
Fire away.
Right. So, typically, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Okay, because at the end of the day, they're mates. Like, I've got female friends. It is what it is. However, there's a line. There's a line in which I'm comfortable with, right? If she's spending more time with him or them than she is with me, I ain't comfortable with it. I'm not. or if it comes to the point that, for example, say I'm on like Google or something, just on her phone, right? And a message comes through, and then she's like, "Oh, who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's your mate." Da 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 da. And then she snatches the phone away from me and opens it like privately. I don't know. My head starts going. And
red flag.
It's happened. It's happened to me, and I'm not comfortable with it.
We're on a personal subject right here with Celli.
It is.
Just be careful with him, please. Just don't.
He's still not over it, bless him.
I'm still tender about it. It was a while ago. It was like a year ago, and I'm still tender about it. So.
You know who you are. She'll be watching this right now.
She might be.
Kind of leading off from Eve's question. Have you guys ever watched When Harry Met Sally? It's a film.
No.
No. Basically, the whole premise of it is he is like this player character at the beginning, and he basically turns around and says to her that no man can be just friends with a woman, straight up. No man can be just friends, like, because at the end of the day, if they want to, they will always sleep with each other. And men will always want to sleep with you, so they can't be friends.
Sexist. Objection. A major objection right there.
Okay.
Just on backing up our fellow men. I disagree, Darcy. I think that was a comment taken out of context. I try to disagree, but I think I do agree deep down.
Yeah, I do. I do a little. Do you know what? Yeah,
I tried, guys. I tried backing it. But
if I'm friends, the thing is, if I've got a female friend, right, that I've always found attractive, but we are just really close friends, but there is that attraction level there. In the back of my head, it will always be there.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
You don't have to act on it.
You don't exactly. Yeah. You don't have to act on it. That's the difference. The difference between the two is literally just whether you pursue it or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't pursue it, then hats off to you, because that's the right thing to do, not to pursue it.
Yeah.
Especially if one of you is involved with someone else, though, you shouldn't be fooling around or whatever in private, because it happens, and it's do you know what I mean?
I don't think it's a given thing that if you have a friend that's a girl, you automatically want to not shag her. You automatically want to have feelings for her or whatever. So I have friends that are girls that I wouldn't ever go for. Like, we're just friends on that mutual level. But the thing where I draw the line personally, and again, this might be a me issue, but girls that are still friends with boys, when they maybe in a relationship, maybe talking to someone else that they have had a past experience with, whether it's committing sexual acts or whatever it may be, I'm then a bit sus about it. I'm a bit like, like, well, you've been there before, like, you can't tell me now that you're just friends. No, I mean, that ain't even too personal like that. Obviously, I've had things in the past like it, but I'm just saying, would you not agree with that point of view?
Right, yeah. I've got it where
Would you not agree with that point of view, Celli? Like, would you not agree with that point of view?
I agree with you, but I've been in the position of, I've got a female friend, right, who I have a past with. She's got a new fella who I don't know him. I've only met him like once or twice, but I don't know him, never spoken to him. And then she's still invited me round to hers, just on a friend basis, because we are still friends. But it's always been a bit flirty and probably too far over the edge. If it's
exactly my point.
So I've been in the position of the dickhead that's trying to get him not get involved with the relationship, but is putting it at risk. I've been that guy, and from that experience, I'd never do that again to someone because I've had it then done to me, which is almost karma in a way. But it's like it's the worst feeling when you find out that your missus has been fooling around. It works both ways. I'm not specifically saying it's always a girl, but do you know what I mean?
I'm not even saying it's falling around. I'm just saying in terms of them being friends. It's just I don't have too much of an issue
as fooling around, like, because I was still kissing her and whatever. But it's, do you know what I mean? That's way too far. But it was what it was at the time.
Yeah. Just
it was
like
dodgy.
A friend. It sounds it, but just on a friend level.
It was cheating. I mean, that's what it was. She was cheating.
Let me interject here, right?
Tom, go on.
So this is the part where it's tricky, right? Because for me personally, like, my girlfriend, she has loads of mates that are boys, and that's fine. Like, I don't care. She was already mates with all of them before. She was with me and stuff anyway, so I know.
Clarify they haven't done anything. In the past, though, or have they done something in the past?
No, they haven't done anything in the past. As far as I'm aware of.
I was waiting for that.
But the thing is that I always struggle with, right? So because I can see her doing that, I'm like, fair enough then. I can have girl mates. So I end up, there's like certain girls who I think I'm being friends with, but in their opinion, they think I'm coming across flirty. So I always get in trouble for apparently like leading them on when I just think I'm just being friendly.
Yeah, we literally had this discussion in like a podcast the other week.
Yeah,
it's a dangerous ground, isn't it? Yeah.
But it's just because I think men or boys in general have just given that impression that the only reason why I talk to girls is to try and like get
sleep
them
with
and
them.
stuff.
I don't think that's fair.
And it's just difficult because then when a boy actually just wants a girl as a mate.
Yeah. You become then self-conscious about how you act in front of your friends, your female friends, because it's like you don't want to be always giving off the wrong impression. So then you're just like, is it worth it? If I've got a missus and I want to stay with her, is it worth me still talking to my female friends?
Yeah,
which is a hard decision to make.
I always get in trouble for being like naive to the fact that I just think it's just a friendship thing, whereas the girl will think, he's flirting with me.
That works the other way around though, because I know sometimes my intentions, probably in the past, weren't always pure. They weren't. It's a fact. Sometimes I've become friends with someone in order to act on it. Do you get? No, but I'm saying it works both ways. So like, it's a risky ground because there's always a fine line between it, and it only takes one scenario to change the entire landscape of it.
Yeah. But
I believe that's ulterior motives, by the way.
Yeah. There you go, June. Thank you.
So do you think there's like a double standard? So do you think like it's fine for girls to be friends with guys, but as soon as guys are friends with girls, it's a bit dodgy?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know actually.
it's
No,
seen
because
that
I
way.
don't think.
Not that it is actually like that.
I think a
but-
lot of boys see it the other way as well. Like a lot of boys will see girls being friends with boys.
It's point of view.
and get
It's
annoyed.
personal point of view, innit? Really.
Yeah.
No, I think you say the double standards thing, right? Lads, okay, so the way I see it, right? If one of your friends did got with a girl that had a boyfriend, on my side of things, he comes across a bit laddie, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not emotionally connected to that situation, I'd be like, oh, respect, bro, like, whatever, innit, minor. But you see, if it was on the other side, and one of my friends had a girlfriend, and some other lad got with that girl, not only would all the girls see that girl as a slag, I would also not like the girl, I would not like the lad, because of what he did to my friend.
Oh yeah, I'd be kicking off for my mate. Yeah,
but what I'm saying on the girl side of things, girls are a lot more harsh on girls that do something like that than lads are on lads that do that. So lads that cheat, I don't agree with it whatsoever. I think there's a mutual respect thing, and treat others how you wish to be treated. I believe in that. But I think if a girl was to cheat, it is so much worse than if a lad was to cheat, and that is the way society works. And that may be a double standard, but I think girls agree with it.
Is that because we expect guys to be dickheads and we don't, and we're shocked when girls are?
Yeah.
Because it, like, yeah, exactly. It's more
expected from men than it is from women.
Yeah, but it's because that is true. Like, men do cheat more, but again, apparently,
I think that's a lie.
Again, bro, it's not. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not saying I'm a massive advocate for it. All I'm saying is apparently. I'm not saying this is a definite given. Scientifically, apparently, right? It again is a human nature thing for lads. It is in their human nature to
cheat.
Yeah,
not to cheat. I don't know whether it even is to cheat. It's bro. It is for girls in terms of. All right, okay. I know nothing. Right?
I've never cheated on my missus, but I've been cheated on. So that's why I can't agree with it.
It's completely situational. I think every situation is its own situation.
Why have men painted as trash then for cheating?
You can't base a whole selection of people based off something that's happened to you.
Because it's human nature for men to want to recreate.
Why girls on Twitter, not specifically all of them, but I see it a lot, is men are trash, men cheat all the time, You never see men tweeting about it. You don't. It's a fact. You don't. So why are men put in that position?
But tell me those things that have been written are wrong.
They are.
What? Men
I've never cheated.
No, wait, hang on. Celli, forget you for 1 second. Nah, if this was in person, heads would be getting smashed right now, honestly.
Okay.
On both sides.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm joking. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
not
that.
all men. He's a not all men.
Ah.
Not all men.
Lads, we're getting roped into this right now. We've been hoodwinked. We're on the counter attack right now. Abort. That's what I'm saying. Abort. I'm not entertaining this argument because we will lose. Okay.
I will argue with you till I'm in the dirt. I don't
have the time, Celli.
No,
I don't agree with this. Men are trash. Men do this. Men cheat. I don't agree with it. I think it's bollocks, and I think it's down to the personal person.
I do think a lot of that men are trash thing is based off misogyny, and you can't say that misogyny isn't in our generation now. Like it is. And I think that's where a lot of it stems from. So when I say, oh, men are trash, I'm not saying you are trash. I'm saying the experiences that I've had with men, I'm just going to joke about it and generalise, like you do with other things, like men do with women, and say, oh God, like, why are women so slutty? Like, that you're not saying every woman is a slut, and I'm not going at you going, well, not every woman's a slut. Am I? Do you know
Were you trying to reenact us right then, Darcy?
Well, no, but I'm just saying. A lot of the time, when women say men are trash, we're not targeting you. We're targeting our experiences and
the
what
generalisation
we've
of it.
through.
But then
it's a big generalisation.
Why is that fair?
Difference.
That's not fair though. If you're doing it just off your experiences.
Misogyny's not fair. And like,
Celli,
why is it fair that
I'm
I
not
can't
saying it's
walk
fair.
at night on my own because I'm scared that I'm going to get attacked?
That's
Because
the same for men.
all right,
That's the same
can I?
for men.
No.
If I walk
Can
down
I
Tottenham
just?
High Street, if I walk down Tottenham High Street at
Cherry,
midnight, I'm not
shut
safe.
up. Chelly, you're not gonna get attacked for that reason. Chelly,
All
shut
the
up.
women are gonna jump
You're
out
not-
at me.
Yeah, like what do you mean, bro? Like, shut up. No. Okay.
It's the
Can I
same
expand
thing,
on
just
this
in a
then, right?
different scenario.
Because I've got a devil's advocate. I've got a devil's advocate for the point you
Okay.
just made, Darcy. Yeah, going out at 12 o'clock at night or whatever. Do you not think that's because women have been objectified? They're now they're
by
seen as
men.
objects. So okay. So by men, they're seen as objects. Okay, bear that in mind. So then you look at things like OnlyFans, right? That project that object like reality.
Right.
Do you not see there's a conflict of interest there?
Yeah, but men
at all? Like, do you
created
not
that
see that
market
as a
in the first place anyway.
That's taking it back.
It's
So
taking
she's-
it-
She's like,
She's taking her control back.
she's doing that herself. She's made that
Okay.
decision for herself. That's not somebody
But-
else taking her body.
Okay.
a
She's
woman,
charging
is,
you
a
for
woman
that.
is allowed to
Okay.
be sexual
Okay.
without being
Okay.
sexualized or objectified. That's allowed.
They're allowed to be
I think
sexual
it's
without
allowed,
being
but I
sexualized.
think
No, they're allowed to be sexual with how they want to, without
Yeah.
being abused because of their
Agreed.
sexual nature.
Agreed, absolutely agreed.
But
But I'm
it's the
saying there is
conception
men out there that are
Yeah.
evil. There are men out there that are genuinely
Yeah.
evil or just don't have that
And I
connection.
think,
don't
and I think
understand
that's
it.
the
Like,
point, is that when
it is,
when
it is.
people say men are trash, we're not talking about, I'm not talking about my dad, I'm not talking about my brother, of course. I'm just saying all those experiences have made me have an opinion. And I think that
Yeah.
is sad. And I think it is sad for men that women do think like that. But I think it's also then their kind of opportunity to kind of prove us wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're not
I
given that
agree, I
opportunity
agree.
sometimes. Like I've
Yeah,
been in a
I
position
understand
where
that.
I've been really close with a girl and whatever, but her past relationship has then stopped her from progressing with me because she's scared I'll do it to her.
Yeah.
Which
It's
I
one
don't-
of those
I don't
things
think is
getting
fair.
painted with the same brush. Like
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
You get put
But
into that category.
it happens a lot. It happens a lot where we're put in, like Tom said, we're put into the same category as other people. But I know for a fact, between the age of probably 16 and 18, I wasn't the best human being in terms of treating girls. I know that, but it's like there's been a lot of time in between that where I've been much better, but I'm still painted with the same brush by the people that knew me then, which
So
is
then-
fair enough from their experience, but it's not fair enough based on my own character now.
It is
in present day.
absolute. It is absolute. Chelly, it's absolutely fair enough. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, mate. You know how it is. If you were known as that person and now you're all of a sudden the guy that changed,
Yeah.
like say for instance, similar what people think when people go to prison, bro. If people come out of prison and they go to the people that initially knew them when they went into prison, they are still deemed as that character. Yeah, exactly. So you can't argue with that, bro. You can't argue with
Yeah.
that.
I
If it
can't
was a girl
argue,
saying,
but I don't support it. People
No, I
can
get what you
change
mean.
and
It's
people
not-
do change.
It's not necessarily fair.
Yeah.
But then life's not fair, so...
exactly.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at TBH the podcast and follow us on Instagram at tbh.podcast.
Any off the top of your head?
Yeah, but it depends if you want to get a bit more
Yeah, cool.
crude.
We don't care.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
thanks, Shelley. Speaking on behalf of us.
Obviously, we're not
Entertainment.
vouching for all the women out there, because there will be some women that do think they're absolutely beautiful and stunning. Why do guys send unwanted dick pics when it isn't asked? What is that about?
I vouch for that. I'm on the girl side on that one. But I don't understand it personally.
You're always getting dick pics, aren't you, dude?
Yeah. Constantly, bro. You know how it is.
I honestly I don't even know where to take this conversation. Like, I have no idea why boys do this. I don't know if it's like in their head they think, oh, she's gonna see my knob and be well
stallion?
turned.
Yeah.
I'm a lad.
No
Like,
idea why they do it.
The logic behind it doesn't work.
go on, Shelley. Go on.
No, it
Oh, I
doesn't-
thought you were
no.
gonna explain like the logic.
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I don't. I think it is a bit ridiculous that boys just randomly send it. However, I've got girls that I'm friends with. I don't really know them, but I'm friends with that on Snapchat out of nowhere. I haven't spoken to them in like a month, and then they've just sent me a picture of them, whatever, doing whatever, and it's just like, I haven't asked for that.
Right.
Does it fall into the same category? If I haven't,
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
it
sure.
does.
I would
Really?
say it does.
So then
because it's
in that
anything
case-
you've
Not asked for.
Yeah.
You've not asked for it.
So then
I think it's
Yeah.
different if you're in a relationship.
I've
But
had
if
that.
it's like if a random bloke just sent me a picture of his willy, I'd be like, "Excuse me. I don't want that."
Yeah, no.
But that's what I'm saying. I've had a girl that has sent me a picture of their bum
I
without
don't-
me
Not
asking.
spoken to.
I'm not complaining about it because she's attractive, but it's the same thing. I haven't asked for that.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
have you
it's
sent
the
me
same
it?
thing.
All right.
Yeah.
No, we need help from the girls. We need help from the girls on this one. Do you find willies attractive?
No.
No.
There you go.
No.
There you go. So
Yeah.
why,
Everyone at home, stop sending random dick pics to girls.
bro?
People doing
Literally.
that,
Preach.
stop.
Preach it.
Why
Preach
does
it.
it? I don't have it in my head. Like, I don't understand the thought process of lads like, oh God, that is pretty. I'm gonna send that to her. Like, God, are you mad? But again, we spoke about this in another podcast. We were saying that again with the Instagram DMs, people are weird. Like, people are really, really, really weird.
Really
like weird. Like,
Imagine if social media wasn't a thing and you woke up to someone in the street, you don't say or anything, you just get your knob out.
Send you a picture and send it in a letterbox.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's just a bit like,
not
what?
much better.
It's a bit
I
gross.
wouldn't do it in person, so don't
So
do it
weird.
on.
I'm glad
It's weird.
we're shaming people right now. That need
That-
shaming.
yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
That's
I'm
a
glad you
good
brought
thing,
that
Shaming.
Tom. That's
Yeah.
a good
Stop
point,
doing
Tom.
it.
up.
Yeah.
It's true.
If you wouldn't engage in sexual contact with that person and it be mutual, then it's the same for online. You shouldn't be sending something
Exactly.
to someone where it's
Yeah.
not a mutual agreement that this is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just shows that
Guys,
men.
is it?
I don't know. Go on, Tom.
Go on, Gene.
I was
Go
just
on,
going to say, again, that leads into double standards, that objectifying. That is the right word, isn't it? Objectifying, like, girls are objectified.
Yeah.
Men
Sexually.
definitely aren't. Men
No.
definitely aren't. If a girl, if you're in a single world, right, and you were getting nudes off girls, you're like winning. But if you're a single girl getting nudes,
Of
willy
boys.
pictures off lads, you're not at all like winning. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what,
Losing, if
though?
anything.
I do think
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are kind of being harsh on yourself because I do think men are objectified.
Yeah, they are, for
They
sure.
Really?
definitely are.
Are we?
Not, I don't think to
Not
the
to the same
same
extent.
Oh God, yeah, not to the same extent, but you definitely are. Like in the media, Calvin Klein models. What do you think of? Big muscly man in his boxers, probably grabbing his crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Point.
that is for the female or
All right.
homosexual gaze.
Let
would
me
you not say?
let me put it this way then.
It's not for
Yes.
you.
Is it down to and I don't mean this to start a massive argument, but is it down to sensitivity levels? Because men are numb to that type of thing. We don't really notice it too much.
Well, I
Whereas
think it's
women
not
do
very
notice
prominent
it.
Not as
compared to
popular.
women.
Yeah, it's not as
Right,
prominent
okay.
in men.
No, it's not as prominent. So
Yeah,
you don't
that's fair.
and maybe because we've always kind of been exposed to it and we've always kind of been aware of it, you're not as aware, which I guess is a good thing. Like if it's not upsetting you, then that's obviously a good thing.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't say that you aren't objectified. I definitely would say you are because like think about like One Direction, like bringing that again, Justin Bieber, like big celebrity men. That's so objectifying. All these women throwing themselves at them just because they're good looking.
So what's
Difficult, I get it all the time.
what's your point on this then? Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
you've got now on the women's side, especially like you're saying that men are objectified to a certain degree. What about the side of things where you've got plus models or plus size models now on the girls'
Yeah.
side? Do you think it's going to become a thing of men? Basically, that's my point. Do you think you're going to have
I
men
think
with
it already is.
with bare
It
bellies?
already is, yeah.
Really?
Is it?
You see it all the time on
Really?
like websites like
Yeah.
Boohoo Man and
If-
stuff, like the
if
big and
you
tall
watch,
sections.
God,
If you
Is
watch,
it?
I think it was the Savage Fenty show.
Yeah, they
Rihanna
have
had so many plus size men, and she was doing
Really?
it because not all men look like Calvin Klein models, and that's obvious. We know that, but like,
Yeah,
if
feel
all
sorry
that
for
men
him.
are exposed to is this ideal perception of what they should look like, it can be really damaging on their mental health. So, like, good on her for showing different male body types because they're not shown enough.
Who was it, Darcy? Who was a woman that did it?
I think it was the Savage Rihanna Fenty show.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, okay.
But she's got loads of plus size models on her website and stuff like this. Yeah, she does a lot of like promo with that kind of stuff, which is like really important.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Like,
Fair enough.
So I can understand it. So I can understand the point of view. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you talk about like objectifying men, so for me, like I'm happy with my body and like the way I look and everything, but in my own personal view, there's something that I'd like to achieve, which would also be regarded as the ideal masculinity type thing. So I want to get my shoulders a little bit bigger, my chest a little bit bigger, but that's my own goals for fitness. But it's also falls into the category of what is personified as the ideal masculinity.
Yeah.
So.
The only reason why you want to look like that, though, is because you've been told that you need to look like that. That's what they get.
What you're exposed to.
Yeah.
Facts.
There aren't other body types.
If it was the other way around, then all girls said, like, or the image portrayed of what the ideal man was like a dad bod, everybody would want to have a dad bod.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I'm on Chelly's side. I'm on Chelly's side on that one.
Because I care about my own personal health and fitness. That's why I want to do it. Because but me and James play football regularly. I want to be able to compete at the highest level for as long as I can.
No, so that is rubbish. That is rubbish, Shelley.
But that ship
sailed.
That's a different kid.
No, it's not. It's not. That ship sailed. In terms of the fitness levels, bro, in terms of the fitness levels, football is finished. Like, we've got to say that. What I'm saying is that in terms of the men's side, no, forget that. That ship sailed. I'm talking about it's always been a thing, and it should always be a thing, because it's the best case for people to be fit and healthy and have a good body. And it shouldn't be for the case that, oh, my girlfriend, or I'm going to get girls for it. Like, no, that is just good to be like that. Don't make healthy. It a thing where dad bods should be a thing that everyone wants, because the death rate will increase, and it will go to a point where people start dying at 60 years old because they're trying to have the fattest dad bod. Like, no, people, like, that is not a thing. Like, I just think it's a risky topic, to be pushing certain things forward.
Ideal body types they've like completely changed over the years. So like, it's like early 2000s, everybody wanted to be like really, really skinny. Like,
I was about to say this.
True.
Yeah. But now everybody wants to be like slim thick. So it's like there's a difference in the change, and like everybody wants to have this different body type as it adapts. So that dad bod thing would still work. People would want to do it, whether or not it's healthy or not is a different conversation.
And I think, especially for men, it kind of changes more, not so on the side of like how their body looks, but like, for example, like at the moment, a lot of girls like obsessed with like the whole like Harry Styles image and like Timothy Chalamet. I don't know his name. Yeah, that's the image.
You knew that one, didn't we?
Yeah, I could get that one.
You knew that one.
But like, that's what I think. Images change and like trends change equally for men as they do women, and it's just whether you're exposed to it or not.
See, I don't feel like I'm exposed to it, because first of all, I don't know what the Harry Styles thing is. I haven't got a clue. Second of all, I literally wear. Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. I wear whatever I want. No, but.
Oh dear.
Right.
Shots have been fired.
Shots. But like, I just wear whatever I want whenever I want, unless it's for business wise. In a casual sense, I wear what I want when I want, and I don't feel like I have to fall into a certain category of what I'm wearing.
That's good though.
But like I'm saying, I can't connect with it, if you see what I mean.
Shelley, we shouldn't. It's not a big thing for us. I think it is more on girls. Like, you look at lip fillers, things like that. Even I think I saw a post the other day about Marilyn Monroe, like how back then she was
size 14
meat,
or something like that, wasn't she? Yeah.
Mate, she was prime meat. If you got with Marilyn Manson, you were the dog's bollocks.
Marilyn Manson, wrong person.
Marilyn Monroe. Oh no.
You don't want to go near him.
Definitely.
No. I take that back.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh God. I effed up there. That's because I think we're on about Charles Manson. We're on about Charles Manson the other week, and I feel like I was just got mad confused. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for me. I'm taking a tea break.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean though. Like images, the ideal image changes all the time.
Yeah.
And I think as long as you kind of don't take it too seriously, you should kind of be okay, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like don't rely on constantly being the ideal body type. And this is for like both genders. Like as long as you're comfortable in yourself and you're happy with the progress you're making, then
who cares?
Who cares what anybody else thinks?
If you're constantly changing, yourself and your routine and everything to fit the ideal body type, it's not good for your health to be changing all the time.
No.
But if you put it in terms of like fashion trends in the sense of clothing, that's all right because it's literally just you can replace these things all the time. But if you start doing your lips, people have got implants in their bum and things like that, it just takes it way too far in my personal opinion, because I feel like you should stay as yourself. It's okay to have insecurities. That's the thing, it's okay to have those things. It's normal.
Yeah
I think it's like even proven because like do you remember I think it was maybe like 2 years ago, well it's kind of recent but it was started about 2 or 3 years ago when loads of girls started getting lip fillers and kind of like cheek and jaw fillers and like enhancing their features, and now there's like this big movement where they're just dissolving them all because they took it too far or they were like actually I was completely fine before, and it just proves that like you don't need to constantly be changing yourself to be accepted by society.
Exactly.
And if you want to get the filler, that is completely fine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't at all because that would be really like hypocritical of me because to say that I've never thought about it, like that would be lying. I would be lying if I said that. Like you do you as long as you're happy. So that's my piece.
That instant gratification side, I think, as well. That leads into it. So if you're more going on that, what will make you happy there and then, and I think that's a massive issue in today's world, especially with social media, especially with the constant scrolling or whatever. Like the instant gratification rather than the longer term. Right, if I work at this a little bit now, a little bit, just like going to the gym, doing the smaller things, to then get the bigger thing in a year, 2 years time, is less attractive than getting surgery or getting something straight away and paying the bit more because you can get it. It's like I think you get what I mean anyway.
So just to wrap it up, we're all on the same sort of we're in agreement with
definitely
you should be happy with yourself and you don't have to work towards anything. Seeing as the ideal time.
Yes sir.
I think that's all we've got time for.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you for having us, guys.
Too controversial.
Thank you very much.
No, that was good. Are we doing our one at another date? Is that right?
Tomorrow?
Or, I don't know. Is it tomorrow or are we going to do another day?
Tomorrow I'm good for.
We'll do it tomorrow.
All right. Awesome.
So look out for that as well.
Yeah. Tom, shout us out. Give us all the shout outs. Use the page. Use our followers.
YouTube is the Hear That Podcast. Instagram is hear.that.podcast. We've got a massive giveaway that we're doing this week. Not a massive giveaway. We're doing a giveaway. So go to Instagram and try and get yourself involved in that. Trying to win some cash.
Koala.
Yeah, man. Lovely stuff.
That's it.
I want to end.
Cool. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Awesome. No, thanks for having us. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Hey gang, Raya here. Thank you so much for watching this episode. All of our social media links will be in the description. We also recorded another episode with the boys on their channel, which is up now. That will be the top link in the description. If you want to go over and watch, give it some love, say hi. You do you, really. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.